Hey, what's happening, family? It's your man, Mark Black. Y'all already know what time it is. Lift your cups up. I got a story I want to tell you this morning. I'm going to tell you the story about the time that my great-grandfather was forced to build a really nice vehicle for his neighbor. He lived around the way from a white man. My great-grandfather, he was really good at building shit. So good, in fact, that when this man found out that my great-grandfather knew how to fix up stuff and build stuff, he came around to the house and at gunpoint kidnapped my grandfather, forced him to live in a garage and build one of the baddest classic vehicles you've ever seen. The thing was sweet too. Great wheels, great engine, great interior, the whole 9 yards. He even made him procure the parts. He had to go around and snatch parts from all over the place, machine them, make sure they fit, make sure they work good. This happened for years and years and years, until one day that white man's brother got mad at him. They got into a big ass fight. So he asked my grandfather to help him to fight that dude. And in return, he would give him the car that he built. So my grandfather jumped in the fray, helped kick his ass. And for a while, it looked like my great-grandfather was going to get that car. But after a minute, of course, the dude's brother kept the car. Over the years, various people moved into the neighborhood. Some white folks, some Hispanics, some other black folk from other places, and so on and so forth. Everybody getting to drive this car. It's a beautiful car. I mean, this thing could haul ass. It was fast. But not only that, but it was powerful. One of the best damn classic cars anybody in the world has ever seen. Generations pass. My grandfather sees them driving around in the car, but every time he tries to go and take it back, they beat him down. They take the nightsticks to him, or they smack him up, they gang up on him, come and kick in his front door, threatening him in front of his wife and his children. So the car still drives, still works real well. But my grandfather never got to use the car. My father says, hey, look, we out here walking, and y'all getting to drive around in my grandfather's car that he built with his 2 hands. He was forced to build this car at gunpoint. You know the car belongs to us. Give us our car back. Nothing doing. Him and his family got together and they protested out in front of the house. And this dude, what kept the car. And the crazy part about it is that everybody in the neighborhood was getting to drive this car. We sitting there watching his Latino friends drive the car, his Asian friends drive the car, watching Jamaicans drive the car, Haitians drive the car. Everybody's driving the car. And we say to them, hey, don't you understand this car is stolen? This car belongs to us. My great-grandfather built this car. Why don't you just give us our car back? Return to us what belongs to us, and we'll even help y'all build a car. My grandfather taught me all the skills and abilities needed to build a car. Do right by me, and I'll make sure that everybody gets cars. Nothing doing. Finally, it's my turn. Here I am today. Years, decades, without having a car. I've been having to walk my whole motherfucking life, watching everybody get they come up, go to their jobs, meet their wives and girlfriends, ultimately be able to save up enough capital to get themselves homes and all of that from the capabilities of this vehicle that my great-grandfather built. This vehicle has been able to build the entire neighborhood. Everybody in that neighborhood has had an opportunity to utilize this vehicle for their own benefit. And I come to them and I say to them, y'all have been driving around my grandfather's car long enough. I've heard stories about this car. My father told me about this car, and his father told him about the car. I want my car back. So you know what the neighborhood tells me? The neighborhood says, well, I wasn't the one who stole your grandfather's car. That shit happened a long time ago. You need to just go ahead and forget about it, man. Everybody nowadays got a chance to get a vehicle. So why don't you just go ahead, put your nose to the grindstone, and you can get your own vehicle. I get told, hey man, my family moved to the neighborhood just a few years ago. We wasn't responsible for the fact that that car was stolen, that vehicle was stolen. Sure, we got to use it, but I'm not gonna pay you recompense for a vehicle I didn't help steal. We even have neighbors who look like us, you know, who my grandfather went to church with, my great-grandfathers went to church with, that we've been to barbecues with. We like family. And my own family tell me, man, you know, we ain't no lazy folk. We can build our own car. All we have to do is just go and get the parts like our great-grandfather did. We get told that my great-grandfather took some of those parts from somebody else's junkyard. You know, an Indian dude. And so because he took some of those parts from somebody else's parts store, they junkyard, you know, where they store auto parts that they don't have no right to it. Or more importantly, that we need to make sure that the people whose yard we took the parts from, some of the parts, gets they due. Everybody that had an opportunity to drive around in this car. And I say to you, no more. I don't care if it's going to be backlash. I don't care if the neighborhood is going to be upset. I don't give a damn if they like me. I don't give a damn if they feel some kind of way about the fact. The only thing I care about is the returning of my great-grandfather's vehicle, the best damn vehicle in this neighborhood. I want recompense for all the lost time, opportunity, efforts that was denied my grandfather and my father and myself because of the loss of this vehicle, the loss of access to this vehicle. And if building vehicles is so damn easy, I want everybody now to build their own damn vehicles. I want my car back. When you understand this story, in a real sense, you'll understand why it is that ADOS got to do what we got to do. So family, until next time, I wish you love, peace, prosperity, and power. Real power to our people.